It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. Your timing is perfect. Why? Because we're about to commence with the Culinary Hotline. Bling! Ting, ting, ting! Get ready for a clash of the titans today. In one corner, we've got Chef Tumi ChewMe Mochai, renowned for her innovative Afro-fusion creations. She's making her mark in the world. And then in the other corner, we've got Chef Linda preparing. He got a little intimidated by ChewMe's fire in her eyes. Now we'll bring him in for round two. And then, of course, we'll all create a dessert together. But my friend...
Yes.
You know what I love about this job, and I'm sure I tell you this all the time, young lady, is that I get to see the evolution. Yes. I get to see literally the first steps. I can remember when I was doing the voice work on the Tastemaster, and you started to have your moments. And I can remember turning to Patience, who runs this show, saying to her, ooh, there's something special about this girl. You were just so good, not just in the kitchen, but in that space. And now you're getting accolade after accolade after accolade.
Thank you.
Talk me through the recent nominations, please.
So I've been nominated in the category of Top Chef in Africa in the Emerge Africa Awards.
Get out.
Which is a huge accolade because we're looking at the entire continent of Africa and we're looking at up against people like my friend and dear friend Chef Linda himself. We've both been nominated in the same category.
Congratulations.
And it is beautiful to just get the recognition, you know, after years. People think that my career only started when I joined the Cordova team. I've been doing this for 10 years. So to see all that hard work finally
It's your baby face, man. It's because you look so young, girl. That's the thing. But you've got to earn your chops in this game. You really do. And if you've got any culinary questions to plug into this, please do. 063-408-8863 is our WhatsApp line. If you've got any messages of support, congratulations, or any culinary conundrums, please fire away. So we're going to have a little bit of fun in the kitchen today, and you're going to represent the kind of cooking that you do. So what are we making first up?
All right, so you know me for being the Afrofusion queen because I like to take our African flavors and take them to the rest of the world. So we're doing an omelette challenge today. So I decided to gassify the omelette.
Ooh, I like it.
So we're going to be making something completely different. I've started heating up my oils here for the eggs, which we're going to be making as the base, which is the omelette. And then I've also got some oil heating up here because we're doing a gassy hash. So if you know what a hash is, it contains some potatoes in there. It has some different kinds of meat, different kinds of like fillings.
It's whatever's left over in the fridge on Sunday morning goes into the hash. That's the way we play it in my house. I love it.
So,
go for it, go for it.
Yeah, I've got my oil in there that's actually going to heat up quickly. So I just wanted to test with those fries there. So we've got slap chips inside of our omelette today. And then we're also going to be adding all those flavors for me, which are very gassy. We've got your Russian, we've got your Acha, we've got your French. And that's why I have to say your French bologna.
I know. On the table, I was trying to do a link earlier, and I just kept going back down to the French, man. It's there, it's there. I love it. These are flavors that we love in their combination of each other, but it also speaks to the way that I think so many South Africans have to approach their food. They've got to make the best out of what they have in their pantry.
Correct.
And it's ingenious how far we've taken it. We've got these South African staples that tell as much about our culture and where we've come from as they do about our palate and what we enjoy to eat. So you're kind of telling a little story every time you're cooking.
And you know, a friend of mine said this to me yesterday, and I was so honored to hear a friend, someone who's close to me, actually say that I like how he says to me, I love how you take simple flavors and you make them just, you know, pop. And that's a big thing for me because I grew up in Soweto, a big town, but a place where flavors just meld together in different ways because you had different cultures, people from different parts of South Africa.
Literally a melting pot, yeah.
Exactly. So being able to take all those different flavors and be able to put them together, like for instance, this is something you'd find in a Gouda. This is something you'd find in a Gatsby. So what we're doing is I'm taking that and just fancifying it.
Little bougie.
When I have a nice little coffee omelette in the morning, let's do that.
Okay, so let's talk about the omelette because this is often where people fall down. It's not just a scrambled egg all together in a pan. What's the key to getting an omelette just right?
Okay, cool. So I'm going to start by making sure that your pan is nice and hot. If you're not using a non-stick pan, there's a trick to make sure that it is non-stick on its own. So if it's a stainless steel pan, what you do is you put it on the heat, Let it sit there on its own without any oil, without anything. Just let it get up to temperature as hot as possible.
Okay.
Then you add your oil in there. If you want to test if it's right, just add a bit of water into it. Once you see the pearls of water sort of dancing around in your pan, then you know that it's hot enough. Let those evaporate away. Once they've evaporated, you know it's now time to add your oil, and you've got a nice non-stick pan that you can use for anything.
Just based on that heat temperature, that contact point temperature. That is
Correct.
amazing. You've saved a lot of people. You've saved a lot of pans, I think, this morning. I love that. And it's all about, I suppose, in your space, coming up with ways that you can make cooking relatable.
Correct.
And that's what I've always loved about sharing a kitchen space with you, is I always leave with intellectual property. I always leave with a tip, a trick, something that makes me feel chefified.
I love that.
But that's key when you're trying to kind of teach people or inspire people to cook. You can't make it all at a 10. Sometimes you've got to start and work your way up and layer and build in those flavors. Okay, so the Russians, obviously, it's got a very distinct flavor, which I love.
Yep.
The polony also has a beautiful meaty flavor as well, but it's the combination of these meats that just works so well.
Correct. Because normally what this would be done with is meats like your steaks, which tend to be a bit on the pricier side. But if you can get the stuff that, like I said, you get in Okota, this meal on its own, I can tell you is definitely less than 50 Rand.
Oh, for
so
sure.
you could feed yourself, you could feed your friend. It's something that's so easy to pull together because it's literally basic ingredients, but just try and make it in a different way.
And it's great proteins, great flavor. I love it. And like you say, it doesn't take too long, and you can build a lot out of these base ingredients as well. So you can do your lunch, your breakfast, your dinner, alles all together.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm also all about taking the similar ingredients, but changing them the way you approach them and how you use them in different ways.
Just give people those aha moments when
I didn't know I could do this with that. Exactly. That's what I'm about.
Oh, man, and look, I'm a protein kind of guy, so I'm just loving the protein on protein on protein, okay? The 3 Ps.
The 3 Ps. And the other thing is that's important here is, like you always say, which you just mentioned now, is about building flavor. So I've got the acha flavor that's going to be the one that ties everything together to bring those memories back, you know? We're talking about a hash here. Like you can see what I'm doing is I'm crisping up my sausage here, my Russian, because I want to have those crispy bits in there.
And it's got the fats in it to lend itself to that.
This is our type of chorizo, you could say, here in South Africa. So I'm taking that and I'm just going to let it crisp up a bit. Once we're almost ready, then I'm going to add the rest of the French bologna because I don't want it to stick, because the difference, because of the moisture content,
very different
this
texture.
might stick.
Okay.
So we want to just make sure we add it towards the
I
end.
hope you guys have got little pads out and you're taking notes down this morning, because we are getting a masterclass. Okay.
Yeah, I know I'm going in here, right? So I'm showing you a couple of different ways to do this. So basically, when you do an omelette, you want to make sure you start with the egg. Once the egg is done, you then start layering up the different flavors that you...
ingredients and
yeah.
such.
So
okay.
For me now, the next flavor would be going in without cheese. I'm not going to add it yet. I'm just going to add it at the top. So I'm going to, in essence, do like an open omelette.
Okay.
Which you can see the filling inside.
I can even see the kind of arithmetic, the culinary arithmetic swirling around your head as you do this, that you're always kind of keeping an eye on the bigger picture and how it's all going to come together, but very focused on the individual elements and letting them sing. So it's not just okay, well, I'm adding chakalaka, so it's South African. It's how best to add that chakalaka at the right time, in the right measure, to complement those flavors.
Correct. Wow, that is actually very correct.
Look at that omelette, man.
So this is where you also guarantee, because you've made sure that your pan is hot enough, you guarantee that it's definitely not going to stick. The only thing now is, now that it's gone up to temperature and it's to cooking, I'm turning it all the way down just so that it sits there, because the rest of the flavors are coming together now, right?
And it's amazing, because that formed beautifully. So I think thinner, use maybe a few less eggs.
Correct.
So you don't have a thick omelette like that. I get that.
All right, so because we want to also make sure that all the flavors stick to the egg and it doesn't go all over the pan, we're adding the cheese as the base so that the rest of the ingredients stick to each other here. And when you flip it over, it doesn't just...
I love that. So, girl, how can we vote for you? Because I understand we can play a part in your success.
Yes,
How do we
can.
do it? How do we do it?
All you do is you're going to SMS 37587. You're going to SMS Africa 27, and that's for me. That's to nominate Tumi, ChewMe as the top chef in Africa. And
yes,
make sure that we bring it here to Cape Town, my guys. Let's do it.
For sure. Let's bring it back to this kitchen, baby. No, you've earned that right. You have worked tirelessly on your brand, on your food, on your story to tell. And seeing as we're all about beautiful stories this morning, I applaud you for that, sister. Absolutely amazing. And she's only just gotten started. That's the mind-blowing fact. Well, we're going to wrap up this incredible omelette, and then we're going to invite Chef Linda in to see if he can handle the heat in the kitchen as well. The Culinary Hotline bling, ting, 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 continues in a mo. Look at it.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
All right, so, wow, the magic has come together once again. Talk us through the final steps here of your process.
Okay, so all I did here was make sure that I flipped it over, because you need to make sure if an omelette is not completely folded over, it's not an omelette. But
There
then
we
I
go.
decided, let's stick
That's
to
for
the
the French.
traditions.
That's for the French, yeah.
And I just finished it off with some acha, some slab chips on the side, and a drizzle of some barbecue sauce.
Ooh, it looks spectacular. If you want to plug into this encyclopedic knowledge of not just our cuisine, but all cuisine, and how you can give any dish that African flavor, you can fire off your questions on any of our social media platforms or drop us a line right now. We have an opportunity, I think, to plug into one of the best in the business. And looking at this omelette, my word, you want to try this at home. Am I allowed to have a taste? Can I?
That is your taste, my friend. I've just cut up a piece for you. And you can see as I cut into it, those little insides of it.
But
They're
you can
just
see all the little nuggets. You've got the polony.
got that crispy Russian as well in there. So as you bite into it, you get the crispiness from that. And you got your autumn, you got the barbecue, you got the you get the cheese, you get
You don't understand. You don't understand. Oh, my word. This is absolutely delicious. No one else is having any of this. This is my omelette, and you're going to make another 3 for me this morning. Absolutely beautiful. Chef ChewMe doing what she does best, adding a little African flavor to meals that we absolutely love. If this is how we are starting our day, we are on a winning note. Get in my belly.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to another installment of the Culinary Hotline bling. Ting, ting, ting! I love this space. We're joined by Chef Linda, who's going to be showing us how to prepare his version of a gourmet omelette. Please join the discussion, share your tips, any questions that you have. We have got a genius in the house with us this morning. Fire them up on our social media platforms. Oh, buddy, I love your vibe, I love your energy,
Yeah.
and I love your food.
Thank you so much.
So, look, I got to say, ChewMe set the bar quite high.
standard very
Yeah,
high.
okay, so that omelette was great. So we've
Yeah.
taken our omelette challenge to a whole nother level. You're going to
Yes.
whip something up that's got that Linda flavor.
Yes.
First of all, I've got to ask you, though, what is that Linda flavor? What would you say typifies your kind of cooking? Because you've also been nominated for Chef of the Year on this continent at the
Yes.
Emerge Awards. So
round of
congratulations,
applause.
buddy. That deserves a massive round of applause. But what's gotten you there? What is your style?
I feel blessed. I feel great. I feel it was unexpected, and it is such a very...
It's big.
It's big,
Big,
to be
dude.
nominated with big guns like Chef Tumi, Chef Zolanene. It's awesome. And also what defines my culinary cuisine flavor. I've worked for Italian restaurant for quite the longest time when I was young. So that's where I was inspired with Italian flavors. So today I'm making an Italian omelette. It's actually an open omelette similar to frittata, but you
Okay.
don't fold it.
right.
You just mix everything together.
I love
I
it,
will
man.
use a lot of greens, or you can call it a green omelette. You know, you have your green smoothie. Where you use
Exactly.
your spinach, your cucumber, your apples, da-da-da-da-da.
And you know, green means healthy because
Yes,
we get
yes.
so much
Lots of
nutrients from that.
nutrients.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm going to help you in whatever way I can.
Yes.
The stage is yours. Where do we
Let's
begin?
start. Okay. First things first, can you please help me chop my onion?
I can with
like
pleasure. Oh, you checked. You
half.
threw me under the bus straight away. You were like,
Don't
okay.
cut your fingers, eh? I hope you
It's-
did your chef skills.
Yeah, listen,
chef knife skills.
I've been so lucky to work alongside the likes of you, of ChewMe,
Yes.
Chef Clem for the longest time. So I have picked up a little tip or trick
Those
or
are
two.
amazing chefs from
Oh,
South
man.
Africa.
There we
So while you're peeling your onion and chopping it, I'm gonna roughly chop my garlic for flavor and onion as well. As I've told you that we're doing an Italian green omelette. So we're gonna use a lot of greens, our baby spinach, our coriander, our spring onion, and then for protein, we're gonna use chicken. And then we're gonna make a jus, or rather a sauce on the side, white sauce, to complement or to accompany our omelette.
Okay, I'm going quite finely chopped here, huh?
Cool. So our pan is hot there. Make sure that you don't burn your elbow.
I can feel the heat.
Yes. So here I have my knob of butter.
Okay.
Knob of butter for flavor, unsalted butter, right? Okay, 2 is fine. Because already we're gonna put our salt and pepper, and we're gonna use cheese, which is white, 2 white cheese, feta, and
and feta's already
gorgonzola.
got a lot of salt content.
Yes, it's salty, yes. So just a drizzle of olive oil. Okay, can you please crack 4 eggs for me in the pan?
I can, with pleasure. And the olive oil obviously allows that butter to burn at a slightly higher smoking point.
Okay,
Because
cool.
butter can burn.
Yes. Okay, while you're cracking your eggs there, I'm gonna add finely chopped onion in my pan, and then garlic. Can I have my garlic? 4 eggs here.
I spoke my mistake into existence.
And then garlic
Knock
for
it around.
flavor.
One of you guys, there we go.
Nice. And then gonna give this a stir. And then just a little bit of ginger.
Ooh.
Quickly grab ginger here.
That's quite
for
interesting.
flavor. We're creating flavors here.
Layers of flavor.
Yes,
I love
you know
that.
Gordon Ramsay when he says mirepoix, like your finely chopped celery, onion, carrot, that's like your base for every stew sauce or like even your omelette. So what I'm doing here is my mirepoix.
Mirepoix, I love that.
Yes, it's French.
We do lean a lot on the traditions of French cooking because it seems to me was one of the first to formalize their kind of cuisine culture.
Yes.
So I know a lot of chefs have to go through that gateway. Can I whisk these guys?
Yes, and then pinch of salt while you're whisking, and pinch of pepper, and then add cream, just a dash of cream and milk. So here, I just don't want to burn my onion and ginger and garlic because we're doing a white omelette.
Okay.
So everything has to remain white. So our heat is on low. So we're actually sweating. Sweating, you don't want burnt or brown or caramelized onion. You call it sweating. But when you saute, that's where you want you're doing your brown stews, your oxtail. But that's where you want your onion
kind
to
of
be brown.
maximize the flavor
And then
out.
while you're doing that, I'm gonna season my chicken breast with pinch of salt and pepper.
How does that look? Good.
Perfect. Maybe add 1 more egg because this has to be a mainly egg, like muscle. You see, I'm going to gym now. I have a lot of muscles.
Yeah. No, we listed it earlier. The 3 key nutrients. The 3 keys. Protein, protein, and protein.
Yes. So I'm gonna. We need strips from this chicken so that it cooks quickly.
Okay.
Then add it here.
Because using the breast, you don't want it to dry out.
Yes. You can also, maybe you bought like a chicken, a whole cooked roasted chicken, and then it's left from yesterday night. Shred it and then use that as well in your
clever.
omelette.
I'll often do that even when making a curry or something like that because you can get all the most flavorful parts of that chicken with the flavor developed already.
Exactly.
Which is great.
Okay, so while this is cooking here, in this pan, we're going to develop our white sauce now.
Okay.
Then we're going to serve it on the side with our omelette. So butter again. Always butter.
Butter.
Can you smell the aroma here? Amazing.
I love it.
Love it.
It's
Okay,
wafting
olive
across.
oil. Just a little bit of olive oil. Nice.
You can see the effect it has
And
on
then
that
can I have
smoking
cream?
point. Cream, I've
Yeah.
got ya.
It's fine. More flavor here. Can you add cream?
There we go.
Lots of cream. If it was wine, there was going to be a lot of fire, and then
Yeah,
we call
exactly.
it flambe.
Flambe, we don't mind the drama in
Yes.
our
Can I
kitchen,
have
my friend.
milk?
We should have some milk.
Yes.
There you go, chef.
Just a dash of milk. And then we're going to leave this to simmer until it reaches a smooth consistency.
Okay, so it's going to thicken
Not too
naturally.
runny, not too thick. Pinch of salt, pinch of pepper. And then can I have a lemon zest? There's your zester there.
There we
And
go.
there's a lemon there. Can you come zest here for me?
I can do it. I like this.
Perfect.
Are you
My
enjoying?
sous chef.
Exactly.
Give me a hand. Yeah. Yes.
You see, don't
Okay.
laugh. All of the in-house foodies are like, yeah, buddy. How much are we
our
going
chicken.
for?
Yeah, just more. That's
that
enough.
smells
Because also,
in-
you know, lemon and cream
For
going to separate, so you don't want to put a lot.
Because of the acid in the...
Yes, and then give this a stir.
Oh, I wish you could smell what is coming across.
Yes.
So, of course, we have an opportunity to vote for you as well as the Chef of the Year.
Top Africa Chef.
Top African Chef at the
Image
Emerge Awards,
Awards.
which is massive, dude.
Yes.
So we're going to keep those voting details up. Oh, that smells amazing.
The aroma is all over the room.
Look at that. So that's the dynamic. If you want to vote for this incredible man, I know we're kind of splitting your heart here, having to choose between ChewMe and Chef Linda. Give them both a vote. Give them both a vote.
It must be fair. I don't know, but the top chef must win. But we both favorites for our people, me and Tumi. This looks amazing.
I think you're just being humble.
Yeah.
One has to be. That smells
as I've told
incredible.
you, yeah. The aroma is amazing. As I've told you when we started, that our omelette is green omelette. You know, remember you have your green smoothie, your green salad.
For sure.
See, this is a green smoothie, so we're gonna use a lot of greens, and we know that greens contain a lot of nutrients that are good for your immune system, your eyes, everything.
For
and
sure.
especially if you're a gym fanatic, oh my gosh.
Yeah, you
Cherry
need it.
on top of the
Yeah,
cake.
you got to put back in the protein, yes, but the nutrients as well. So we're going to put the finishing touches on this incredible recipe while you guys do a little health deeper dive right now as we tackle insulin resistance and diabetes prevention and the management thereof. Zanele is going to be that plug-in right now. She's got a panel of experts to guide us through it. When we return, Zoe gets a taste.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your feel-good breakfast show. It's Expresso on S3, and finally it's my turn to be allowed in the kitchen. Although I wasn't part of any of the cooking.
Well,
The aroma invited you.
It definitely
She was
did.
getting hangry. Okay, I think the rest of the studio team was like, get in there and eat, Zoe. Please eat it. So do you want to explain to our Zoe what this omelette is all
So
about?
our green omelette, because I use a lot of greens, basil, baby spinach, spring onion, and then for
Ooh.
protein, it's chicken, well cooked, no salmonella.
Thanks, Chef Linda.
Because remember when it started, I said I worked a lot when I was young at Italian restaurants. So we're gonna serve this omelette similar to frittata, a pizza style way. So we're gonna cut it into V, like you can serve this as a whole. Like put
Are
the
you
whole
happy with
pan.
the texture?
Yes, I'm happy.
Do you
Like you
need more?
can put the whole pan on the table,
Oh.
breakfast table. So like a pizza style, you can switch off the stove for me. And then like you take your V-shape slice,
Ooh.
Hello.
you put it here. See, how amazing is that?
Exquisite. I like that you can make one big one and
Because-
then everybody at the table can have their
Exactly.
slice.
Remember, we're talking gourmet. When we're talking gourmet, we're talking exquisite. We're talking 5-star food. You know, something
Yes.
that you don't find anywhere. Something unique, something different. So just a little bit of avo.
So
And
does
then-
it frustrate you to see someone just skin and avo so effortlessly and so beautifully?
I mean, I go in with the skin and then you scoop,
Scoop it out, then chop it
Plating
up.
techniques are also important. Plating techniques. And then we're going to have our sauce.
Because you do eat with the
Just to
eye.
finish it off, because this is a 5-star cuisine omelette that you won't find it anywhere.
Sure, buddy.
Oh, that looks good, Chef.
Okay,
And
so we...
then to give that chili for people that love chili things, this is Tabasco or ketchup with a touch of chili. Just do this on
I
top.
love
And then
that.
have coriander as the garnish on top. You know?
Oh, just to ruin the dish. Coriander. No, I'm sorry, man. I have a thing. I have like an anti-coriander campaign.
You can have your slice of shea butter, seed loaf, or whatever.
It's
Or-
just
or
a
just have the whole
sign,
pan.
Chef, that's all mine.
Okay, so here's the deal. Okay, so the omelette that Chef ChewMe made for me earlier was probably the best omelette I've ever tasted. Okay, so for Chef Linda to win this omelette challenge, this is going to have to be better than the best omelette you've ever tasted.
Okay.
Am I getting a taste as well?
I'll hand you a fork. You can get your own
Ooh.
little slice
How
there.
much bribe do you want so that I can be the winner? 10,000.
Oh, I need to get the sauce. I need to get some of that
The avocado,
I need to get the
some
spice.
Tabasco.
I'm going to get a little bit of the sauce from the sauce.
Yes. The sauce from the sauce.
Oh, wow. Chef, I will admit, it's the first time I'm eating chicken and egg together. I have a thing against
Me
it.
too,
Yeah.
funny enough.
It feels like mother and child, but this is good. It does not remind me of that.
Yeah.
You're so funny. Wow.
That's delicious.
Even if I've finished the mouthful, the flavors still keep rolling
keeps on
over the
coming.
tongue.
Yeah. Thank you
The
so
only
much.
way I know how to choose a winner is Chef ChewMe needs to also come make me one, and then I'll be able to
Fair
vote.
game. For the purposes of parity, we need that, okay? Oh, I love it. Oh, man, absolutely delicious. Chef Linda, you are a superstar. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. This morning, we've had the pleasure of hosting both Chef Tumi and Chef Linda on this week's edition of the Culinary Hotline. Bling! Ding, ding, ding! There's always one last thing left in us. And we put them to the test with a mystery box gourmet omelette challenge. They've both done miraculously well. Now it's time for us to taste and decide who will be the winner of our mystery box gourmet omelette challenge, which is almost impossible because I said mine was the best omelette I think I've ever tasted. Chef Linda delivered yet another superstar omelette that was the best that Zoe's ever tasted. So I think we're going to call it a tie, okay, until one of you scoops the Best African Chef Award at Emerge. Then you
That
can
sounds
take
good.
the golden monkey wherever it is home with you and you're a winner. But we're going to have a little bit of fun to round things off because we've really just added other layers of flavor, of excitement, innovation. So now you two are going to have a little dessert showdown.
Okay.
All right, so you have got carte blanche to use your very abundant creative juices to create something special. How are you feeling about that?
Look, this is what I love. I love being put on the spot because I come up with crazy things right there when I'm on the spot. Don't give
love
me
it.
time to think about it. Just
That's
throw
where
me
you
in the deep
connect
end.
to the ancestral line of all the
You know.
chefs in your family and you do it. Okay. So how long are we going to give them? 2 minutes. Okay, 2 minutes.
Get out the
we
way
can do it.
then.
All right. I'm going to start your clock. In 3, 2, 1. Start cooking, baby. Start
Very
cooking. Okay, Chef Linda, talk us through what you're going to be creating here.
I'm making something similar to
Don't slow down. Don't slow down.
pancake. Okay, I'll start by cracking my eggs into a bowl. 2 eggs. I see marshmallows here. I grew up eating a lot of them.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna give this a whisk. And then I'm gonna add my sugar. Not
See,
too much.
I think Choose has an unfair advantage because she's kind of used to being put on the spot to cook. That's been a big part of your culinary journey. What are you making for us?
I'm going to make a... What's that? You know that I can't remember what it is, a rocky road.
Okay.
But a pancake style.
Ooh.
Pancake style rocky road. Let's see how that goes. Ha! How am I going to do this?
I love that laugh with confidence. It's amazing. But you can do quite a lot in a little bit of time. And sometimes it just kind of relies on you letting go. Just doing it. Just following your instincts, your guts.
And hoping for the best. You know, the one thing I love about food is that I keep talking about putting myself on the spot. The one thing about food is that it allows you to get creative.
For
Get creative.
sure.
Get out of your comfort zone. Try something. If it works, great. If it doesn't, then you know for next time.
Yeah, nobody
you know?
has to know about it. It's not like you're cooking on live TV in front of millions of people, you know?
And you know, that's how a lot of recipes were created. A lot of things were created when people were trying something and they're like,
by mistake.
this could actually work.
Because there are some food pairings that you're like, never on a million years.
Yeah.
Feta cheese and anchovies and watermelon, what are you talking about? Then put them together, boom.
Look at that. And now we've got pizzas and stuff that have all of that combination in one. So I'm just trying to spread it around because I'm thinking to make a couple of mini ones.
Okay, well, the clock is ticking, eh? So maybe it's just one mini one. I'm not
Might be just one
going to be
mini
too
one.
judgmental.
But let's see what we can get from here.
All right, so we're going to stop the clock right now. I'm not going to force you to stop because this deliciousness is looking absolutely amazing. And then we will decide on our dessert challenge winner in just a moment. It's once again going to be an agonizing choice, but hey, someone's got to do it, man.
Someone's
I'll
gotta
do it.
do it.
I'll put myself through it.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, I turned my back for a second, just like you at home, and they have created masterpieces. Chef ChewMe and Chef Linda were given a very short timed challenge to whip up a dessert, and they've both done something spectacular. It's crazy. I don't know how you do this. Okay, so talk me through your dessert before I have a taste.
We've got a Rocky Road pancake stack with some walnuts in there. We've got some chocolate pieces, and we've also got some syrup. And then in the inside, we've got some marshmallows just for that gooiness.
Oh, man. Okay, I'm going to just dive right in. I'm not even going to replate. Oh, check out the gooiness. I love it. Oh, these are cooked perfectly as well.
Looks delicious.
Are they fluffy? Is it fluffy? It's fluffy
Getting the
enough.
fluffy dough. The fluffy dough. Wow! That's going to take some beating, my friend.
That's delicious.
Okay, so talk us through, Chef Linda, your creation this morning.
This is a giant pancake or flapjack. Kids love flapjacks, kids love pancakes, everyone loves pancakes. So it's actually ingredients similar to Tumi's, but the shapes are different and the mission or the goal was different. It's drizzled with honey. There's some marshmallows inside. I love marshmallows. I grew up eating a lot of
buddy,
marshmallows.
me too.
There's some nuts in there and then some chocolate chips in there as well.
I like the melt. I like the introduction of different textures as well.
You can add strawberries here, peaches, nectarines. It's all up to you. Blueberries, just to give it life, more
Fresh
life.
cream to cut through the sweetness.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way you're chewing says enough, my friend.
Yeah.
We have fed
You know what
this
it is. You
morning.
know I love you.
It's a hard decision
You know I
to
love you,
take.
girl. But with something sweet like this, the texture really does make it both absolutely exquisite. I mean, to be honest, it has to be a tie because I'm not blessed with the culinary arts, but I'm going to give it to Chef Linda. Because he's made me a little bit emotional this morning. No, you're both superb cooks. You're a winner in this kitchen. You're a winner in any kitchen. You guys need to go out and get this award. I'm so sorry that you are competing against each other. Go and vote for both of them at the Emerge Awards for Best African Chef. That's a massive, massive title to have. Thank you so much for sharing your magical inspirations coming here. Love you guys. Thank you for the most amazing culinary hotline bling.
Ting, ting, ting!